Hey everybody, welcome back to Active Self-Protection Extra. It's Mantis Monday. It's Neil here, and we are going to continue working through some of the different Mantis courses of fire.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
All right, if you've been following along, you've kind of gone through the steps with me. And if you haven't been following along, it's completely okay as well. What we're doing here is we're working through some of the different drills and courses of fire that are available in the Mantis X system. Now I'm using the Mantis X10, which is their higher level one that does the live fire and the recoil meter and all of that kind of stuff. But what I'm doing right now is everything is dry. I'm standing out here in my garage tonight. I've been pushing snow all day long. It's dark outside. There's still huge blizzard going on and drifts of snow everywhere, and I gave up and decided it's time to do some dry fire. So I hope you'll come along with me and do that. This week we're going to try to do the basic marksmanship course. Now what this is just the next level. Last week we did the introduction course, so you kind of got an idea how to run the system and go through and read the different reports and the different, what the spider graph is and the squiggly lines and all of that. If you can see here, I've gone in and I've clicked to start the basic marksmanship course, and that shows up right at the very top. If you've already done it and you want to do it again, you just scroll down on the screen there, you'll see basic marksmanship. It'll ask you, do you want to abandon your last one and do it again? Then yes, say yes, you do. Go ahead and get that started, and it's going to give us several different things to do. You can see across the top of the screen there's a bunch of little circles. Each one of those circles represents a different drill that you've got to do. The first challenge is to perform the Mantis X benchmark drill. So I'm going to do that. I got my VP9 SK with my RMR on it, barrel block in there, and the Mantis is down here on the front because I don't have a rail attachment for the SK mag yet, but I think that will be okay for this drill. So here we go, 10 best shots. All right, Neil, let's go. All right, got some fireworks and everything to end that. Finished with a 95 on the nose. So when I go ahead and go back to train, it's going to tell me that the next one is practice makes perfect. So do at least 20 shots a day for the next 4 days in a row. So because I have some inside baseball, basically going to cheat this thing and make it work here. And we're going to edit out all of the cheating that I do. But basically they've given me some code so that I can walk you through this drill. But really what you're going to have to do is for the next 4 days, do at least 20 shots a day. You're going to do that in open training. I think it will count just about anything else that you do as well. So I'm going to start with my 20 shots. Ooh, my arms are tired from scooping snow all day. John always says you can't scoop sunshine, but what fun is it if you can't bundle up and go out and play in the snow?
Five more.
All All right. 20 shots in open. Hit start. Go back. And there is my days in a row. I'm gonna go ahead and break the video here as I go and break the system so that I can get in here and do this all for you. And I'll get the next 3 days done. When I get in too big of a hurry here, I'm not getting my grip. This is just enough different. Okay. There's 20 shots. Get back to train here and it shows me that day 2 is done. So now I've got to cheat it into making it think that it's day 3. 20 more. Now it doesn't have to be one or two-handed open training all the time. You can do your one-handed stuff. You can do any of the other drills that you want as well. See my scores go down dramatically when I go one-handed. It's probably where I should be working anyway. Yeah, you heard that right. That was a 78. 2 of them in a row. That's great. Okay, so there was one, you just heard, if you heard it, and I don't have the screen thing on there, but it said 35. I reset it when I didn't have the muzzle down low enough, and it counted the reset as one of the shots. So if you're getting it, counting when you're resetting as a shot, point your muzzle a little bit more down towards the ground. Let's see if I can salvage this thing.
One more, give me 20.
Finishing with an 84. Finish strong, Neil. All right. So I got an average of 86 there with a 35 in there during that reset. I'll take that. That isn't the end of the world. And you'll see that now it's giving me that day 3 is done. You can't see that, but here, I'll show you right there. You can see up along the top of the screen what it's telling me. So I've got to do, should be 3 days in a row. And we're back at it. Open training, here we go. Now, if you want to do, a draw or a presentation or anything along those lines, you sure can do that as well. If you're going to have it mounted up here on the front of the gun, probably aren't going to have a holster that will work with that. You may have a floodlight or something along those lines. That's something I'm going to play with later on this week. But if you do, just hold the gun like so, down at your waist, just like it's in the holster. This hand out of the way, just like you normally would your draw. Press out, see your sights, get your 73. Or you may want to just start from here with your marry up. Press out, see your sights. Prepping your trigger as you go. All right, finished with an 88. Why not finish the same every time? All right, and then I get some fireworks. It says that the challenge was completed. Go back to train. It's going to move to the next challenge to get through the basic marksmanship, which is shoot one great shot, which is a 95 or better, in any drill. So again, just because of what we're doing here, I'm just going to go into open training. I'm going to hit start, looking for one great shot. Here we go. Got a 97. Take a few anyway. 96. That didn't help. All right. And fireworks again for finishing that. Then it's going to give me another one. It's going to tell me that score an average of 75 or better in both primary and support hand drills. So I'm going to go down here to primary. Got to shoot 10. And it counted my thing, 5. That's going to be tough to score. I think that's one of the things that we struggle with sometimes in dry fire is we just get too into the repetitive motion, and I just didn't dip the muzzle enough to get the reset. Another challenge that we see a lot of times, or the question that I get, not necessarily a challenge, the question I get is, am I myelinating this movement of resetting that? I know that it stands to reason that it would. I just don't see it. It hasn't affected me. I see it in classes if we do a ton of dry fire and then we go live. Maybe there might be one bang and then somebody will reach to grab their to reset or something. But that typically goes away after about one shot. I've never seen anybody actually fall into the habit of resetting manually like that. So if that answers anybody's question, there you have it. I got to really get after this. All right, so primary hand only, I averaged a 75.3, which isn't great, but I did have it give me a 5 on one of the resets, so that doesn't suck too bad. Then I've got to get into the support hand only, do the exact same thing, support hand only. This could be a challenge. Here we go.
Hanging in the 80s. Three more, here we go. Stick with it, Neil.
All right. And I got fireworks. I don't know if you get to see if you can see those fireworks or not here, but averaged 87 there. So I actually averaged way better with my sport hand than my strong hand. But of course I didn't have that one reset. Hey folks, it's Neil here. It turns out that I talk too much and I shoot a little too slow. And so as I sat down and started doing the editing and had our editing person try to help me with this thing, this video is getting a little bit too long. So we're gonna cut it right here. Gonna get you part 2 next week, but just have some fun with it. Get out and get started. You don't probably have the code to skip ahead like I did, but you'll get the idea of it. Have some fun with it and enjoy it. See ya.